What is up, YouTube? So I had toyed around with an idea a while back about doing a review on my Dodge Ram 1500 2018, and it's got the 3.6 liter pentastar in it. I didn't buy this truck new. Pretty much new. It had 17,000 miles on it. There's quite a few videos on the 3.6 pentastar. I really enjoy this truck. It is a great truck. It's been a great truck. I have 56,000 miles on it now, and I've had zero issues with it. I tow with it quite often. I pretty much daily drive it. And then there's a view of the 3.6 liter pentastar. I'll do a review of the accessories and parts I have on it. I mean, obviously there's a Can-Am cold air intake on it, as you can see. So I believe these motors are 305 horsepower, 269 foot-pounds of torque from the factory. I have nothing but good things to say about the pentastar. I know some of the earlier pentastars, they had some issues with them. Head casting problems on the left bank. They're sand casted aluminum heads, and sometimes there's sand left over, and it can potentially clog your oil pump or most likely your radiator. I believe Dodge had said after 2015 they rectified the problem. There's still some issues after that, but I guess not as many. They've produced over 10 million of these motors. I mean, Dodge uses them in literally everything. The Rams, Chargers, Challengers, vans, Jeeps, pretty much everything in their lineup. The other issue that these motors had in the early years is the one valve, I also believe, on the left bank. The seats get so hot that it actually ends up detonating improperly. And essentially what that means is as the piston's coming on its way up, before it hits top dead center, it'll combust. So you have that explosive explosion trying to force the piston back down as it's coming up. So that was a problem. They rectified that, I believe, after 2015 to where it's not as much of a problem. And then the most common thing that I have not done yet that I will do at some point in time, because it is something that always happens, right there, that's your oil filter housing. That is plastic. And what ends up happening after time is it ends up wearing out and leaking oil into the intake valley. And it'll look like a rear main seal. Dorman makes an all aluminum replacement part for these trucks. So usually 75,000 miles is when that happens. I mean, it could happen at any time. But so that's pretty much the issues that these motors have. Other than that, they're a very reliable motor. From what I've read and or researched before I got the truck, I did a lot of research on it. They get like 250,000 miles on an average life expectancy out of them, and you know, there's been others that have been in, from what I've seen, the 400,000 mile ballpark. The average fuel economy I get with this truck is 19 and a half. If I'm really, like, that's not highway driving. If I'm really focused on fuel economy, I get, 20 and a half. So that's not bad. So the most important thing if people are looking to buy these trucks is towing. So I have a 20-foot tandem axle trailer. I tow 2 quads with it. At the most I've had in there is 3 quads and a motorcycle. That was around like 5,500 pounds. I towed the 20-foot trailer, my 2 quads down to West Virginia, down to Hatfield and McCoy. Usually with them on, the trailer's 1,900 pounds dry. Both of them, 29, 39, probably about 4,500 pounds I've towed with this. It's done great. I'm not gonna lie, a V8 is nice because if you're going up a hill or you really need it and you get into it, you can get up to speed faster. All things considered though, I am very happy with this motor and how it tows. I mean, even towing all the way down to West Virginia, and there's 7% grades when we get down there. It's done very well. Going up a 7% grade, I mean, you can keep it up to speed and do like, 65, but then you're higher in the RPM. So usually I get in the trucker lane and I'll do like 40, 45 at 3,500 RPMs. I don't really like getting in the RPMs for an extended period of time. But I mean, all things considered, it tows, in my opinion, for what it is a 6-cylinder. It tows really great. I have no complaints with it, and I do tow with this quite often. Again, there's no replacement, as they say, for displacement. I mean, the torque is what you really need to tow, and I'm pretty sure the 5.7 Hemis are in the 400 foot-pound torque area, and the 6.4 Hemis also. But if you're looking for something that's a little cheaper, because these trucks are obviously a little cheaper, and something with a better fuel economy than the 3.6 Pentastar is a great truck. Like I said, I can't say anything but good things about this truck. I mean, obviously, I'll try to go over what this truck had from the factory. It's got the 353 gears in it, or 351s. So it's rated at 7,500 pound towing capacity. Probably would not tow 7,500 pounds for an extended period of time. I've had about 5,100 is the max that I towed with this, and again, it did fairly well, but so this truck obviously came with the color matched bumpers front and back. It's the black crystal paint job. I can't remember the full name of it. It came with the 20-inch aluminum wheels, or 18, with the chrome. It has the trailer brake already built into it, which is nice. It has the Uconnect touchscreen with the backup camera. I'm trying to think what else optioned out it has. So can't really remember, but I mean, other than that, it's the standard interior. I did add the floor mats in there, WeatherTech floor mats. It is a crew cab, but all in all, it's a really great truck. I actually have always been a Chevy guy for a number of years, but I do like the Rams. My dad has a 2023 Ram 2500 with 6.4 Hemi in it, and the 5th generation, which that one is, 2019 and up. I also think they're very sharp trucks. 4th gens, which is this one, I think they're very sharp trucks. The interiors are very nice on these, especially in the higher trim models. The interiors are very nice, like the Ram Rebels are very nice. Now you pay premium for all of that stuff, but if you're looking for a 6-cylinder Ram, these 3.6 Pentastars are great. They're dual overhead cam motors. They're small motors. They've won all kinds of awards since they were launched, I believe in 2010 or 2011. Don't quote me on that one. They've had some issues with them, but with over 10 million motors made, there's obviously the percentage of things happening is going to be higher because of the mass production of these motors and what they use them in. But like I said, I've had this, I've towed with it, I've had zero issues with it. The only thing that I will say is I had a pedal commander on here, which you probably saw if you have these trucks and or have done some. It's right here. Basically, that hooks into the harness that goes into your gas pedal, and it's drive-by-wire essentially. I ran it for a little bit. They make many different variations of that pedal commander. Maybe they have better ones. That one I was not a big fan of. It actually, when I was towing in Pennsylvania, it ended up backfiring really loud and not running right. And I had slight metal shavings in the oil filter. This was a while ago. And basically, the one mechanic I take it to, we've been friends for a long time. I'm going to do my best to explain this. So the computer takes the position of your throttle pedal, and then that's how your injectors open. You have cam phasers on here, and if you ever notice like right there are your cam phasers. If you drive these truck, they go into like eco mode. Now, like Chevy's is multi-displacement, so it'll knock out, so many cylinders to save fuel economy. This will actually change the degree of the cam, essentially, for better fuel efficiency. I'm sure there's someone out there that can better explain it to me. But the way it was explained to me is what that does is that intercepts and basically runs that, like your throttle's at 100%. And I guess the way the timing works on these things, sometimes it throws the timing first and then does the fueling of it. So when you put one of those on there, essentially it's interrupting that or making it go much faster. So we chalked it up to either a faulty unit or the way the truck operates from factory. It doesn't like these things. I've seen other people that have ran them for a long time have had zero issues. I'm going to go with I might have had a faulty unit. So I just disconnected it and never got another one. I mean, it was nice. You could definitely feel, because if anyone has driven these trucks, the only negative I have is the throttle response on these things are very slow. It's probably set up that way for fuel efficiency. When you put that in, the throttle response is there as soon as you hit the pedal. And I mean, you can program it for however you want it. If you turn it all the way up as soon as you hit the pedal, it's pretty much like you have the pedal to the floor. If you have it set to 2, it'd be pretty much as soon as you touch the pedal, it's like 25 or 35% throttle. And that's essentially what that does. It changes the throttle positioning for that. So that is the only thing I wasn't a fan of. Other than that, I've had zero issues with it, and after I changed those things, I haven't had any issues or any oil in the oil filter. So that's my initial review on the 3.6 liter Pentastar. I'll do some other reviews on the other accessories I have on this and a further in-depth review on the Dodge Ram, but I wanted to keep this video short, so till next time, YouTube.